The dictionary defines a non-player character, or NPC, as a video game character that is not controlled by a player of the game. So if you are a business, would you want your spokespersons to be player characters that matter in the media and to stakeholders, have a resounding and resonant impact? Or would you rather they be NPCs? Welcome to our channel, where we share insights on leadership, marketing, branding, communications, and technology. Be sure to subscribe. Public relations is about building and nurturing the reputation of your business and the spokespersons who are ambassadors for your business. There is every reason to make an impact on the community through public relations so that all stakeholders and the public recognize and endear themselves to your brand, rather than gravitate towards your competition. Surely you do not want, especially your C-suite spokespersons, to be nothing more than non-player characters who are mere automatons or zombies, brushed aside by the contenders in the market, right? So what are the three minimal attributes to be a contender in the public relations arena rather than a non-player character? 1. Say things that count. All too often we see some C-suite executives looking awfully unfamiliar with their own business, as if they are completely detached from the reality of the grind on the ground. They would demand a script, whether for a speech on stage or for a broadcast interview. Look, if your C-suite needs an outsider to think for them, maybe the outsider should have your C-suite's jobs instead. It is more sensible that your C-suite be committed to jot down the key thoughts for a speech or for an interview. And your internal communications team and your public relations agency consultants can then go over those talking points to address inadequacies or perhaps more timely and relevant points the media demands. And on air, your C-suite should be confident of what they do and what they believe in, and bravely talk at length on the topic of the media interview. Every media interview is an audition for perhaps a future callback interview, and so every interview counts. Your C-suite should say things that matter and say things memorable that the audience will remember. 2. Go warm or go home. Nobody wants to listen to cold, hard commercial spiel, especially not for editorial interviews. There was once a C-suite executive who not only stubbornly stuck to a commercial sales pitch of a script, but ignored the interviewer's repeated questions on relevant topics the listeners would be interested in. Media interviews are not advertisements. Media interviews are knowledge and experience sharing sessions, and people love people who can be genuine and approachable, even vulnerable. There is a certain charm in people who can pour their hearts out and show you who they are. The media and the public can sense such people and grow close to them. So if your C-suite has no heart and cannot engage the audience with expertise and warmth, perhaps they are unsuitable to be spokespersons, especially for mainstream media that can make or break brands. 3. Expert or empty vessel. The most important reason if a spokesperson will get media attention, gain traction, or callbacks is expertise. If your spokesperson has the decibel of a gong but the weight of a feather, you would need to find internally for more competent spokespersons. The media has a responsibility to their audiences to inform, to educate, and even to entertain. An empty vessel makes noise that may be entertaining, but will be irrelevant and insufficient for the journalists to stake their careers for. The world is getting smaller by the minute with digitalization, and the business climate is brutal. If you intend to leverage public relations as your means to reach your buying audiences, make sure your C-suite and technical spokespersons are competent or even compelling players in the arena, and not mere wallflowers. If you want to do serious business in the Asia Pacific and need a long-term partner for your marketing and PR efforts, talk to us today. Subscribe to our channel to be in the know on leadership, marketing, branding, communications, and technology.